man. Take it away.
All right, everybody. So today's presentation that Matt's giving is going to be about social media content and trends for 2024. And Matt and his team are social media experts, and they specialize in video and short form content. And Matt's going to be giving away all his secrets and tricks and tips today, so you guys can win in 2024 on social media. Matt?
Awesome. Thanks, Sean. Give it up for Sean. That was awesome. Give it up for Gabe. He made some great videos as well. Yeah, right. It took a little bit of time. So yeah, just thank you guys for coming on out. So today we're just going to talk about winning on social media and winning big. So to start, I just want everybody to pull out their phones and check your screen time. Check the amount of time that you spend on social media each day. Right. So the point of this exercise is to show you that you need to be where your audience is when you're trying to market, especially nowadays, that's on social media. 3 hours a day, 2 hours a day, 40 minutes a day, whatever it may be, that's still a lot of time. And that's where you need to be, but unfortunately, a lot of people still aren't utilizing social media as the tool that it can be used as. So you may be asking, how do I stand out on social media? What should I be posting? Where should I be posting? How do I generate more leads, views, followers, whatever it may be? And I'll get into that in a second, but first I just want to take a second to introduce myself for some of you who may not know me. I think I know most of you in here. But my name is Matt Simmons, and I own Simmons Media right in downtown Westchester. We're right off High Street on Wilmot Muse. But I've worked with dozens of clients to help them, bring their brand to life and really stand out on social media. We do done-for-you social media management, videography, photography, podcasting, all that good stuff in the media world.
He's got a podcast.
Sean's episode's coming out soon. I've helped businesses generate leads that have turned into clients, build authority, and become industry, experts. People look up to them. For example, here's a screenshot of a text that I just got the other day. It's not supposed to say field, it's supposed to say reel. But he said, my reel is 170 likes and I already have one DM consult from it. That was in the first hour. That was actually the first video we ever did with them. Another one here, this was a testimonial for a local gym in Westchester. I won't name names or anything, great gym, great owner, but he sent me this message of, a message he got from a testimonial we did. I saw Blank's video and it really resonated. I was in good shape at one point and life got in the way. I'd like to get back. That person then joined that gym. I've had videos go viral, get millions of views, and I don't say any of this to brag at all, but it's just that we're actually, practicing what we preach and it works. There's just a couple timestamps. And today I'm going to be breaking down exactly our strategy that we use on social media for our clients. So you guys can take it and implement it, even today. And who here thinks they know what the most used social media app is in the United States? It's Facebook, and it's by a pretty large amount, with TikTok being all the way down at the end. And this is a study done by Forbes. The truth is, TikTok's great for going viral and getting views, but it might not be your best platform if you want to get an ROI or if you really want to make any sales, which I'm sure most of you, that's the end goal for using social media. YouTube's great for building a loyal following to sell to once they become a loyal following, but that does take time. YouTube's great though if you really want to become an industry expert. YouTube's solid because it allows you to go more long form and have those tight-knit communities. And Facebook and Instagram is a little bit of both, and that's why we utilize these two platforms with our clients the most, because it's easier to go viral and you can also make sales from it as well. Want the best results? Utilize them all, and LinkedIn. Give LinkedIn some love.
Yeah, I think LinkedIn is one of the social media apps that are not being used as much as all the other ones. So I found that once I posted some stuff on LinkedIn, no one else is really posting on there. So if you post some stuff, a different audience I think is going to see it too. Some people aren't on the other social media apps, but they might be on LinkedIn just because they're professionals. So it might be a good way to utilize LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn is going to be really big in 2024 to post on there. And I've gotten a lot of more. I've gotten actually some people reached out to me and DM me that I don't even know from the area. And they were just like interested in a couple different things. And I got started on a couple conversations. I just started using LinkedIn. Well, obviously I used it, but for like posting my videos and stuff like that, maybe in the last like 3 months. So I think it's just underutilized, and a lot of these platforms now, everyone's posting and more people are getting added to and you're just seeing so much content, whereas LinkedIn, there's just not as much on there right now. So you might get a lot more traction on there in a different audience.
Yeah, I agree for sure. Even if you just take the same videos that you might have already made for a different platform and put it on LinkedIn, we're seeing great success with that right now too. All right, so this is our strategy that we use with our clients, and this strategy was designed for Instagram and Facebook, but it really does work across all platforms. So it's called the 4-2-1 strategy, and so for every 7 posts, 4 are focused on growing your account, 2 focused on your community and your current followers, and then you get the 1 post with like the right to sell, I guess you would say, because in today's day and age, if you're just sell, I mean, you're not getting any traction. You almost have to earn that right to sell. So for example, you could follow this scheme too, and it doesn't matter how many posts a week you're doing. If you just follow this, it'll work. So for example, like grow, community, grow, community, sell. If you follow that pattern, we've found success with that. And video is king, and this isn't changing anytime soon. I'm all on board with the video side. It's definitely what's working best for us, and Sean, I know it's working well for you too.
Yeah, I think video, I mean, this is just kind of like the beginning of video. I think it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're seeing more and more people do it and getting into the space. And I think if you're not doing it, and you're looking to get into video, start doing video, I think the earlier the better, because everyone's starting to get into it. And if you haven't got the reps in, I know when I started last year, I mean, I was terrible on camera, nervous, I didn't know what to say. And I think a lot of people start off like they're not themselves, and they're just like trying to be someone else. And you can see it in their videos, that you can tell like that's not that person's voice, or that's not how that person acts, and you can tell right away. And you're not gonna watch that stuff. So it takes a while. You got to get a lot of reps in. I mean, I feel like I'm not even nearly close to being where I want to be, but like you got to get like thousands of videos in order to just be like pretty decent at it. It's not as easy. Some people might come naturally.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, you definitely got to get your reps in. At the end of the day, like everybody's going to be nervous at first, but once you really get out of your shell and get comfortable talking to this camera, it's really, you'll be able to do it pretty well. So then you might be wondering, okay, video's great, it's not going away anytime soon, but how do I make an optimized video for my social media? So to start, no more saying, hi, my name is blank with blank company. This doesn't work. At the end of the day, it doesn't. Nobody stops to scroll for that. It is great for, maybe your website, some videos on your website, maybe even YouTube sometimes, but not on the like the scrolling platforms, not too much.
This one's big for me too. Matt knows I hate this. And I've done it before, and I really try not to do it anymore. But like stating your name, and this is like big for me. Like, hey, it's Sean, the tall lender. It's like, if you follow me, I'm Sean, the tall lender. I don't need to say that again. I'm probably gonna scroll past. Like if that's the video, because I know who you are, I follow you. You shouldn't be telling me who you are. You should just go right into the content. And Matt's gonna be going into like all the hooks and stuff like that. But I think that's big. And like I see a lot of people say like, oh, it's Happy Tuesday, right? Today's Tuesday. It's like, I'm not even watching the video on a Tuesday. I could be watching like a year later or something like that. Like, why are you telling me the day? Even in like stories and stuff like that too. I think you should just get to the point, and tell. You have to add value to people before you can really until they care about what you're going to be saying. Is really the point. And I think a lot of people miss that at the beginning of their video, and it frustrates me. And
definitely.
And now that once you guys start looking at your phone later on today, you'll see that like once you think about it, and then you're watching videos, then you'll see that people are doing that, and it'll start frustrating you. I think you too. But you're like, why are you? I know who you are. Like, Vin, I know who you're. Like, why are you stating that? who you are. Like get to the point, add value to me first, and then if I really like your stuff a lot, I'll click on your profile, and then I'll know all about you because I like your stuff.
Yeah, 100%. No, I fully agree. So what does that have in common with, hi, my name is blank from blank company? It's that nobody's stopping the scroll from that. So in order to get people to stop their scroll, you kind of have to do...
I think I got stung by a bee.
All right. Exactly, though. It's a pattern interrupt. Now, you don't have to do the bee sting like Sean did.
I was just reading an email and I was like, oh, shit. So it worked perfect.
Exactly.
We've been rehearsing this for a little while. I wasn't sure how that was going to go.
Exactly. The bee sting, it instantly, changes your pattern. You were in the set mindset of you're at an event, you're watching a presentation. I bet you weren't expecting Sean to get stung by a bee. And that'll instantly be the memorable part of the event, probably. Which is the exact same thing you want to do with your social media videos to start.
People are just scrolling all day. You got it. Someone's going to stop. And I think that you can kind of get more in depth on this too, of like pattern interrupts. Like it could be as simple as every single video you shoot is just you at your office.
Yes.
Like that you can just start switching up. Maybe shoot one in the car, shoot one when you're in the coffee spot, shoot one in your kitchen. Like that's a pattern interrupt. Just of like that's not the normal. That now you're shooting in a different area, different background. People are seeing you in a different light. That's a pattern. Like small things like that.
Yeah, it could be anything like that. As long as you're breaking that set pattern of what people typically do or can expect to see, it'll work. Doesn't have to be the bee sting.
Or it could.
It could. Some pattern interrupts that work tremendously for our clients are doing something outrageous, like the bee sting. It could be a transition or a Zoom introduction, or it could be a hook. And I just have a couple examples here of like a transition in the beginning of a video. So creating a hook. Here are some of this, like 20 of our top hooks. I'll read through a couple, feel free to screenshot this. But these are some of our top hooks that, we've seen work with clients. So can you remember the moment when you blank? How to get blank result through this niche or this product. Let's see here. You'll never guess how we finally solved this pain point. The reason why no one ever told you about this is because of this. If you hate X, Y is the answer. Stuff like that, you really want to hook people in the beginning because, like we mentioned, if you don't, they're just going to scroll right by.
These are really good too because we're also seeing like this trend, and Matt, you've probably seen this too, of like, especially TikTok and Instagram, where a lot of like the top creators right now are going for like this organic feel, and they're killing it. Like that's the new hot topic, and the videos that are like commercials, like it feels like a commercial. Those are like dying. They're getting crushed right now, and the more organic ones are winning and crushing on social media right now. So it's interesting because like the one, and to give an example, maybe like the top 5 things for this, like that feels like a commercial. People are swiping, like they don't want to, that was in a couple of years ago, but that's not as cool anymore. It's more just like these are even better ones, like pattern interrupt, like saying something a little bit out of the ordinary, like the bulky thing. Like
right.
That stuff is more working now than just like, oh, the top 5 of this, or that kind of, those kind of commercial feels. Like that's just not winning right now. And
a lot of these also set you up to be able to tell a story, which is huge right now, making it personalized to the person viewing it. That's working very, very well with us. So take 5 minutes and come up with some hooks that you guys could use in, maybe your next social media post if that's a video. And I'll ask a few people to share what they come up with. All of you, pretty much, and get the most views. Community posts, these are client follower shout outs. These are testimonials. These are local business shout outs, behind the scenes. These are huge right now. I know you touched briefly on that, like the behind the scenes, the raw, video. That's to build your community presence.
And like the, what's big right now is like, I'm really getting into, if you see my stuff, is like the B-roll, and you just like, whatever you're doing or wherever you're going, just shoot like a video and then put like you can put little text on it, just saying like what you want to say or what you're doing, something like that. I found those are like the hottest thing, and they're really easy to do. You just film like right in here, and then you just write something, a small little caption on the video. And I think those are like super hot right now.
For sure. And like going off the behind the scenes videos, these work well for your community because they are the people that already care about you. They already follow you. They already have some kind of a connection towards you where they may not be the best to blow up your account, but they're super good for your current followers.
And I think, Matt, maybe we should touch on like why we're putting out like some of this content too. Like it's just really to get people to connect with you, right? And
yeah.
And the biggest thing, the thing I'm looking for is someone to like reach out and like make a connection. So like I post something, I'm out Lacava coffee, getting a coffee, and someone that follows me that doesn't talk to me, have them reach out and be like, oh, I just went there, I just got a coffee too. And that just like sparks that, it breaks that ice of the conversation. And now if they need to reach out to me again, or I want to reach out to them, I feel comfortable because the ice has just been, it broke. We made a connection already. And that's really what I'm looking to get when I'm doing that stuff. It's just like, make that connection. Oh, you know, I just posted, I was at this concert or something and they really like that artist or whatever it is, just to make that connection. Start the DMs, and then now they know who you are, you know who they are, you've spoken, you can not sell them, but like if it's necessary, like you can reach out to them and be like, hey, do you know anyone that needs this service or whatever? It won't be as weird as just like never spoken before, right?
Yeah,
I think that's like the end goal.
100%. You know, building the connections and networking through social media. That's how we met. Yeah.
Sure.
And then so selling, obviously, this is your like services. We offer posts with a strong call to action, saying, you know, message me to learn more about my services or product.
And I feel like
you taking a picture? Gotcha.
like the last thing should be like there's only one post for selling, right?
Yes.
Out of the 7. So
yes.
I think some people just sell way too much.
Oh yeah.
You just see like all their posts are just selling me, this, buy this, whatever. And that it's just like way too much. You can't be selling on every single post. I mean, one out of 7 is like that's a really good ratio. If you can like pull that off, that's huge. But like, I mean, even less than that's better. But eventually you want to sell yourself, right, with your product. Like that is the end goal.
Right.
But like, to put out too much of selling is just a big no-no. Like you just don't want to, no one wants to be sold.
Yeah, you have to earn the right to ask pretty much on social media. So you have to, you know, really build up your following so then when you ask, people will actually, you know, follow through.
There's no hesitation. They're like, oh yeah, I want to help this guy. He's helped me out. He's shown me this. He's done this. Like they want to be like, oh, can you hook me up with someone that needs this? And they're like, oh, you know what? Absolutely, because you've given me so much value or tips or whatever it may be. You've answered my questions that I wanted.
For sure. So you might be thinking, okay, this sounds great, but I'm struggling just to come up with the content ideas. And the truth is, nothing is better than just sitting down for 30 minutes or an hour and brainstorming content for your specific target audience. That's just the bottom line. That's always going to be the best bet. But I couldn't let you leave here without knowing a couple tricks that we do on those days where we just can't think of anything. So here, this is where AI comes into play. And that QR code should take you to ChatGPT. If it doesn't, you just gotta search for ChatGPT.
That's the app. Is that the app?
No, it should be the website.
Okay. They have an app too. That's
yeah,
really good.
The app's great.
Easier. And I can tell, like how I do this stuff is I'll put in my calendar and have some time that I'm only like I won't probably go more than a half hour, but I'm putting some time in my calendar to make content ideas per week, maybe like I think twice a week. So I do it on Wednesday and Friday. I have just a half hour where it's like everything's shut down, phone shut down, I'm just thinking of ideas of what's good content, and then the best way to actually shoot the content would be just like to batch shoot it. Like you got 20 ideas, you got them all ready to go, and just take one day and say like, all right, I need 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever time you need, just black that out and shoot those 20 videos right then and there. So you always have content you can always post, and that should get you by for at least a month or longer. And then you can always add content and stuff, organically as it happens too, right? Because news is always coming up and stuff like that. But like at least you have something to post, and you just have it already available. It's already done.
100%. So did everybody get a chance to pull up ChatGPT?
Yep.
So this is something we like to do. If you enter this prompt on ChatGPT, ask me 15 questions about my business, or ask me 15 questions about my social media account. And then from there, answer the questions. We'll do a workshop in a couple minutes, so you don't need to do this right this second. And you enter this prompt. Using the answers I provided, please come up with 7 content ideas for my preferred platform account that follows a strategy of 4 posts focused on growing my account / reaching new users, 2 posts focused on the community and my current followers, and 1 post focused on selling. Boom, there's some content. And we can take this one step further though. If you follow up with this prompt right here, provide specific content topics for my target audience, that's gonna give you the specific, actual pieces of content, subjects that you can use to film the next time you're doing videos. Boom. So to review, we follow a strategy that follows a guideline of 4 posts focused on growing your account, 2 posts focused on your current community, 1 selling post out of 7. Example week would be growth, community, or community, growth, community, sell. And what's in and what's out? To create optimized social media videos. What's out is, hi, my name is blank from blank company. Hey, it's Tuesday. It's 75 degrees outside. Inconsistent posting and overselling, it's out. What's in is pattern interrupts, hooks, attention-grabbing posts, short-form content, and following the 4-2-1 strategy. So let's take 10 or 15 minutes or so, and I wanted to workshop with you guys what we do on ChatGPT and utilize the hooks to come up with 7 days of content based off this strategy that you could take out of here and start implementing today. So if you have any questions, I'll be hanging out. But I'll put this slide back up. Oops.
And there's one other thing I wanted to mention. So we're talking like pattern interrupts and shooting different types of video and everything. One of the best videos content right now, and like the algorithms will push this, is like the green screen feature. I don't know if you guys have seen that, where you can like put an article as your background. So make sure it's like a really good title, a really good hook that someone would want to know about in your industry, and you can set like Google alerts and things like that to get you the articles as they happen right away. And then what you do is you take a screenshot of that, put it behind you, and then you talk about the headline of the article and what your opinion might be about that, or how you feel about that topic or whatever. Those types of videos really just like kill them, and the algorithm push them because they like the green screen feature.
For sure, and you can do it through the app too, which is a huge plus for them. More time you spend on their app.
Everybody and them.
And
works for everybody. Those are killer.
See thing, but like Sean was actually talking about batching it maybe 1 day a week or even 1 day a month, where you just film for an hour or 2 and then schedule everything out. You just don't have to worry about it after that 1 day.
Yeah, the crazy thing is like people say like you can't, and this one thing I hate, like I can't put, and I did this before, and I'll be honest, like I was like, there's no way I can put out that much video or do that much content, and how now I look at it, it's like, how could you not be putting out content? I have X amount of people that follow me. Let's say it's 1,000 people that follow me. Well, if I put out a video, 1,000 people could potentially see that video. That's me. Like, imagine if I sent like 1,000 texts out, or I made 1,000 phone calls. Mm-hmm. Think about the time it took me to make that video and how long it would take me to reach out to 1,000 people, and then put that into context. For sure. And it's free, and it's free too. Before, when I first started the mortgage business, we used to send out flyers, we used to send out mailers, all this stuff. It cost me hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to do the same exact thing. And now I'm just doing this video that I made on my cell phone for free. And I'm reaching the same amount of people, if not more, or it could be going viral. Not that I'm trying to go viral or something, but if you really wanted to make your video go viral and you set it up to go viral, you can even do that and reach millions of people too. So I think it's crazy not to be doing it at this part. It's only getting bigger. So you're just missing out even more every day, and someone else is making that video or making more content, and now they're going to see that person's content. Maybe go with that person instead of you, which it sucks.
So how much is overkill? Because I feel like
that's a great question.
When I see people and I'm like, scroll and I'm like, okay, I already know it. I already know. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing that's really, in times, there's nothing really catching my attention. Or if somebody's like always posting, I'm like, block.
Yeah.
Like,
I think you know it's overkill when your interaction starts going down. So if you, I don't know, maybe you have a couple hundred followers, you get like 20 likes per video. If that starts going down to 15, 10, 7, 5, and then no one starts interacting with it, that for me is when a clear sign of overkill. That people just aren't resonating.
You can see how many people follow and unfollow you per week. There's like metrics in there now. They give you all the statistics. If you look in the Instagram app, it tells you everything. How many views per day. Yeah. That's just then you're just so there is. I think there's a balance between how much content, quantity and quality.
Yes.
There's a balance. Some people just try to put out as much content as possible, and look, people are going to start unfollowing them, and it could be good because you're always seeing that person. But if it's not, I think quality eventually has to hit there, and you have to be adding some value to the person and stuff like that in order, because otherwise, yeah, I mean, you're going to follow them or
For sure.
or something. Like,
And we always tell people who are just starting out, who've never done it before, make a commitment to just do 1 video a week and then bump that up to 3 once you get that 1 in rhythm, then bump it up to 5. And then we don't really do more than 7 posts a week just because then you risk that factor of the overkill. But really just taking it one step at a time seems to be the best bet.
and I guess you're probably talking more reels of like the video reels, not like stories. And I think those people that are really good too, you also don't realize how many videos they put out or how much content they put out. They've been putting out for 10 years now.
Right.
You just started following, and you're like, this person's amazing. Every video is good, but you didn't see the 3,000 videos they made in the 10 years before that.
So it's
to
like
get
a
to that point,
subject,
too.
and then all these people talk about that subject, but that person really talks about it. You know what I mean? Like in your mind.
And it depends on the platform too. Like YouTube's is definitely more high quality, right? Because you're putting out typically long form content, which is a different strategy and a whole different just algorithm and idea in general. And that's like evergreen material, meaning like it could always resonate. Like when people search, you could always see that video. It's not just like scrolling and then you'll kind of never see it again. It's like searching like best coffee shop in the area, like Lacava coffee will come up and it'll just keep coming up every year that it's in business, and that'll always be, that video will always be there. You know what I mean? Which is cool about YouTube.
Yeah, 100%. It's more of just like a search engine at this point,
Yeah,
which is great.
Google.
Yeah,
It is Google.
video form. Yeah.